How do you know something is too hot to handle? Well, if you put your hand on something that's hot, you'll feel the temperature. And you can feel it. But when do you know it's too hot to handle? Usually it's after you're burnt, right? You touch a hot pan, you won't get burned until maybe a second, less than a second, but you won't get burned right away. You won't feel the intense heat right away. It takes time for your brain to process the sensation and send a signal of pain. Now, this teaches us to be careful and even fearful of certain things because we fear of getting hurt by doing something because of our past experience or what we've seen or known that of something that could happen if you do something that will hurt you. But we set a limit to ourselves on whether or not we're gonna do something or how far we can push ourselves to do something because of that fear of getting hurt. But what ends up happening is that we set a limit to ourselves in our heads and we really don't know how far we can go. So we're cutting ourselves short on how far, how fast, how strong, how smart, how far we can take ourselves, how far we can push ourselves because of that fear. So think about it. Next time you stop yourself from doing something, can you go a little bit more? Can you do more? Sometimes you have to get to the very close to that borderline of failure to know how far you can go. And that's how you stretch yourself. And then the next time that you do it, you're better at it. It's not about getting hurt, but it's about knowing your limits. And sometimes the limits can be pushed and they become new limits. So that's really kind of in a way you could explain that as having a growth mindset, not being closed-minded. And this leads me to another point. If you're going to the gym, or you decided to go to the gym and to do some regular workouts, and you have your schedule, and you have your waking up hours if you're going in the morning, I know for a fact that it's not easy and that you're going to struggle some days to get up because the body, after several hours of sleep, waking up, getting all your muscles just to stretch, it's not easy. It's not easy. So you have to use your mind over your body in order to get up and start your day. And what does that entail? It entails some strategies. What you do matters. And it's different for different people. But typically, water in the face, just jump out of bed, stretch your face, stretch your body, shake it off, drink a cold cup of water. There's a lot of different things that you can do to get yourself up. But you have to do it quickly. Don't let your mind start thinking about different things while you're in bed trying to get up, because you will find reasons to stay in bed. And next thing you know, 5 minutes have passed, 10 minutes have passed. So that's worse than pressing the snooze button. If you decide to invest in yourself and hire a personal trainer, and you have a scheduled session, and you are going to that session, don't look at the clock and show up at the gym at the time that your session starts. The time that your session starts, that's between you and your trainer. That's setting yourself a limit of your time, of how early or how on time you're going to be at the gym. That's just a limit. Why not show up on time? Why not show up 5 minutes early. The start time is just a guideline for you to be someplace. And this applies to anything, not just fitness. When you have a start time for a meeting, a start time for an event, that's just the event start time. That's not the time that you have to set in your mind to be there. Be there early. Don't set a limit to yourself. Now, if you have a trainer and it's a good trainer, I'm sure the trainer is going to be there before that start time, because that's the time that you and the trainer are going to start. So if the trainer can be there 5 minutes, 10 minutes earlier than you, why can't you be earlier? Right? Don't show up at the start time. Show up earlier, because it's for yourself. This is your time, right? It's for yourself. So careful with setting limits to yourself. Use the time as a guideline to know where you're going, but don't let that be your limit. On that note, if you are working with a trainer and you are late, occasionally, regularly, 5 minutes late for each session, and the first session, okay, the second session, okay, now it becomes a habit of being late. If you add up 5 minutes by 8 sessions, 10 sessions a month, that's like an hour in 1 month that you just wasted. So it all adds up. So on the same, on the flip side, if you're early, it's not like you're gonna work out more, but you'll be fresh and start your session stretched, warmed up, right? You're not gonna go start your session and use 5 minutes to stretch, where you could use that 5 minutes to begin the actual workout. So show up early, stretch, warm up early. That's my tip for you. I hope these tips help you and open your mind a little bit. Growth mindset, don't limit yourself. You can do better. You can do more. We are very good at expanding our horizons when we look ahead of the obstacles that we put in front of ourselves, in our mind.